What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Chelsea Fan TV. Welcome back to another episode of 5 Things We Learned. As you guys already know, it's a show where we go through all the major talking points of the most recent Chelsea game. This one being probably our biggest win of the season. Chelsea 2, Borussia Dortmund 0. We did it, guys. We made the comeback. I didn't even think we were going to do it. I think a lot of us thought this was going to be our last Champions League game for a while. But we're not done yet, people. We're not done yet. Plenty to get into in today's video. Big up everybody that's locked in. I know everyone's going to be in a positive mood. So, guys, let's hit the like button because I know everyone's going to be optimistic. Everybody's going to be in a good place. Let's share the good vibes and let's push this video as far up as possible. So hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Check out my personal channel, Carefree Lewis G. The link will be down in the description below. Check out everyone else's content and thoughts on the game as well. In the past videos, go onto our channel and you guys will see all the content from the Dortmund game. And yeah, let's get into it, people. Chelsea 2, Borussia Dortmund 0. It felt like watching the old Chelsea game. It really did. It really did. Defensively, we were solid. I won't say it was all easy for us. I do think we struggled a little bit at the start. We were kind of struggling against the Dortmund press. We were losing the midfield battle, but I think that was all that we were losing. And because of how well we were set up defensively, that didn't even matter. Well, like, that defense could have stopped COVID. That could stop absolutely anything. They were just in the right positions. They were just doing everything superbly. I couldn't ask much more from them. The midfield, we grew into the game. As the game started to turn in our favor, we started to have a bit more control in the midfield as a result of that. Going forward, Sterling, frustrating at the start, kind of struggled with the offside trap, but he kept asking questions of the Dortmund defense and eventually got his goal. You needed that experience. Who else? João Felix, you see the flashes of brilliance, but the first talking point, I have to discuss Kai Havertz because you guys know me. I've been heavily critical of him this season. He has been very disappointing in my eyes, but you have to give praise where praise is due because that performance, you can't ask for much more. You can't. The decision-making was on point. The passing was brilliant, and it was creating so many issues for the Dortmund backline. The hold-up play, something that I've been very critical of, was brilliant today. Decision-making, everything you could ask from him, he performed it to a T. And I don't know if it's just these Champions League nights or something, or maybe if it's the Dortmund high line, but whatever it is, it worked. And we saw the best of Kai Havertz today. And this is exactly the sort of performance that I wanted to see. A consistent performance over a full 90-minute game. And he absolutely delivered. Thankfully, the penalty had to be retaken as well because that would have really dampened his performance if he didn't get the chance to retake it. And the biggest moment would have still have been the penalty miss. But in spite of that, a brilliant performance from him. Let's hope he kicks on as well. Like, my thing with Havertz has been I always need to see consistency from him. Usually there'll be one good game and about 5 bad games after that. But let's hope a performance like this can give him the motivation to kick on. And hopefully give a lot of other players motivation too, because this builds into my second point. And I spoke about this after the Leeds game. This Dortmund game was massive for the next few games coming up, potentially for the rest of our season. Because you guys saw what we were like after we got knocked out by Real Madrid last season. Everybody went to the beach. Some of the performances we saw after that game was absolutely dreadful. And my worry was if we got knocked out of the Champions League, it would have been the same vibes again. We would be in that sore position where there's nothing really to play for. The players aren't playing with full intensity, and we look even easier to break down as compared to what we've been this season. But now we've beaten Dortmund, there's things to fight for in the next few games. There's players who want to consolidate their position for the Champions League quarterfinals. There's now something to keep awake for. There's going to be big fixtures now going into April. And hopefully that means we turn up and we perform better in the matches leading up to that too. I'm going to be real. Quarterfinals, that might be it for us. That might be our last dance. But it's been a lot further than I expected from us this season. So I'm happy. I ain't complaining. After a game like that, I don't think there's any way you could try and spin it to a negative. And I don't even want to be that guy because yesterday was just, it was so good. Such a great performance. The vibes, the atmosphere as well. The Chelsea fans, first man to the last, everybody turned up. West Stand, East Stand, Shed End, Matthew Harding, everybody was there. Everybody turned up, and they were the 12th man tonight. What was my third talking point? What did I want to... The back five. Yes, the back five. Stick to the back five. I know it feels like we've just gone all the way around in a 360 just to get back to where we were a year ago. But, hey, we're better off in a 5 than we are in a 4, so let's just stick to what we know, innit? Because whenever we play a back 4, we look progressively worse going forward. We look progressively worse defensively. And the midfield ain't really much better either. At least when we play a back 5, there's a base we can build off. Defensively, we are solid. Defensively, I can back my team. Defensively, nobody is touching us. Defensively, nobody is touching this football team. As soon as we went back to a back 5, we got 2 clean sheets on the bounce. Says it all. And if we can't get it right going forward, at least we can get it right defensively. At least we can do that. So to me, stick to the back 5. Let's never move from that again. And let's just enjoy it. Because like I've been running this 40-point bandwagon. If we stick to the back 5, we don't have to worry about 40 points. We will get there. We will get there. It's only 6 points away anyway. Fourth point. Inspired the whole defense. Everybody was unbelievable. To a man, the entire back 5 did well. But I want to shout out Cucurella. Because him at left centre-back is just different. A different beast. Positioning on point. Some of the line-breaking passes, especially under pressure too. Utterly ridiculous from him. And you just can't ask for much more. Well-deserved. Well-deserved man of the match award from him. It would have been between him or Havertz personally, but I'm glad Cucurella got it because after the last few weeks, him getting booed off by Chelsea fans, him getting booed onto the pitch by Chelsea fans, kind of being scapegoated despite having a lot of issues off the pitch. He's been brought out of the squad, kind of done him a lot of benefit too, and bringing him back in for this game, perfect return back to the squad. As long as we stick to a back 5, I think there's our left centre-back right there. Final point, I want to go into Graham Potter because it's now 2 games in a row where I feel like he's made the right decisions. He's stuck to the back 5. As soon as we got the result that we're looking for, he's just dropped everybody back and told them to defend it with their life. That's all I want right now. That is all I want. And I've been asking for that before. Give me defensive-ass football if we cannot do it going forward. Because we've been playing progressive football and it just hasn't worked for us. Give me this till the end of the season until we could rebuild our squad and move forward. But as of right now, Graham Potter, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Like, I've decided, you know what? It's very easy to just be Potter in and Potter out, and then you just flip-flop week in and week out. I can't be bothered for that. Graham Potter, you've been good the last 2 games. Just keep it up. Just keep it up, and we can keep moving from there. But, guys, that is the end of 5 things we learnt. Let me know you guys' thoughts down in the comment section below. Let me know how gassed you guys are as well. Like, subscribe, check out my personal channel in the description below. And we're through to the quarterfinals, people. Up the Chelsea.